He was kind of a dick sometimes, but he was definitely part of the family. He ran the place.
So we made the decision to go and get Arnold, and we found a shelter that had rabbits.
And we walk in, and it's this tiny, smelly, loud room full of rabbits.
And we're met with this rabbit aficionado who is very, very enthusiastic about the rabbits. She starts asking us questions like, oh yeah, have you like owned rabbits before? We're like, of course. We are long-term rabbit owners. We had to tell them that we had like permission from our landlord and that our house was rabbit-proof, which it was not.
Yeah, I don't really know where we came up with everything we said, but you know, it works.
We wanted one that's small and cuddly, and that's how we ended up with Arnold, and then went downstairs and filled out some paperwork and lied a little lot about our qualifications.
Finally, we got to take him home that day. Somehow we convinced him. We took him home in this cardboard box with holes in it, and we took him on the subway. We got back and we realized we can't just walk in with like a very obviously pet box, so
we went to Staples to get a very large bag, and I went up to the cashier and I was like, can we just have a huge bag? And they were like, I'm sorry, what is this for? And we're like, we have a rabbit.
And they were like, oh great, you have a rabbit.
We got a huge bag and just walked right into the dorm.
He was very cooperative, very quiet. We thought he was a very perfect pet at that point in our lives.
It was weird getting used to him because I think he had kind of a hard time being with a new family.
At first, he was just so shell-shocked that he couldn't move or bite us or anything mean, so he seemed perfect.
He was very cuddly while at the shelter, probably due to fear, but once he came into our dorm and reclaimed his territory, he was very not friendly. The beginning was full of disappointment a little bit because we kept trying to make him love us, and we'd be like, all right, let's go play with the rabbit, let's give him a hug and make him like crawl up our shoulder, and he would like squeal at the sight of us and run into a corner or, you know, poop on us, and he really was not having it. We would come home from school and then open the cage and then sit in the living room and do homework or just talk, and at his own pace, he would exit and just hop around. If we looked at him too hard, he would go back into the cage, but we tried to let him do his thing and he would just hop around the living room.
He liked to watch TV with us. It was great. He was a great companion. Kind of.
So our first night, we took a multitude of photographs with Arnold. It became kind of necessary to make a Facebook account for him. His Facebook name is Arnold Da Bunny. His only like is bar hopping. It also happened, we created an Instagram for him.
Which I'm like pretty proud of, I'd say. It's probably the best thing I've ever done.
His Instagram was very popular and he'd get almost 11 likes on every picture. So we had a system of taking care of him during vacations when we didn't have school, and Tessa kept him during winter break.
But for spring break, our plan was to leave Arnold in the closet.
We had Tessa's friend, who lived a couple floors above us, promise to come down, just feed him, let him hop around a little bit.
So she was really good about it, and apparently she, kept the doors closed when she left and was very subtle about it. But then
I'm standing in Panera and looking at my email on my phone, and an email pops up with the subject line rabbit, and I think, oh no. I see that it's from the housing director or student director of U-Haul. It tells us that they found a rabbit in our closet during fire inspections.
So he needs to be gone in 3 days, basically.
Or else she was going to tell.
It was the worst day of my life, probably. It's a little bit of an exaggeration.
I immediately called my roommates and we panicked a little lot and freaked out and started trying to find somewhere for him to go.
Basically, we just made a bunch of phone calls to people in New York that we knew or family that we could send him to.
By contacting like friends, friends of friends, cousins of friends, friends of cousins of friends, we finally found someone to take him.
Someone named Orlean.
He was very enthusiastic about taking him. Aurelian was very, very happy to get a pet.
So that's where Arnold is now.
I don't think that I personally really formed any strong connection with him, but I definitely wish for his happiness and hope that he's in a safe home, and I think that we found a really good one. I don't miss him at all.
I definitely miss him, but at least he's happy.